cause I'm very nice. I practice that every night to get on this herd mic. You know I'm alert, right? You know that it ain't nothing to serve, right? And I be killing tracks to the earth like my birthright. I'm solid like sound money and you fools sound.
Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. This is your host, MagMongoSlade. Let's talk about Finn Balor, John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Roman Reigns. And this was hype. This was great. This was great shit. We start out with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is talking about how the contract John Cena signed is completely illegitimate. And he gives this fantastic explanation. Like, if I hit Tom Brady in the back of the head with a crutch and signed his $72 million contract, do I get the $72 million contract? No. Him having to teach people how contracts work is is awesome shit. He also called them the Tampa Bay Schmuccaneers. Okay, that was good. Now I think that this piece of Heyman business here would have fit so much better if he was talking to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville and saying that, you know, as an advocate, he might have to get the lawyers involved because what they're doing is completely unfair and flat out and illegal. It's illegal. Anyway, then we get to Finn Balor and Kyla Braxton. Kyla Braxton just holding a lot of microphones today. So Finn Balor was a little miffed. Some would say he was almost miserable. So Finn Balor is very uptight about Baron Corbin, who he says stuck his nose in his business, and that if Baron Corbin is down so low, then he needs to learn about integrity and how to build himself up, and he's going to teach Baron Corbin a lesson. But once he's done with Baron Corbin, he needs to have words. He got a bone to pick with John Cena. So later in the show, Baron Corbin, who doesn't have entrance music or a Titantron, he's got nothing. He's just a guy walking to the ring disheveled. And Baron Corbin apologizes to Finn Balor. Says, look, what I did last week was bad. I'm sorry. And Finn Balor said, apology not accepted. And then whooped his monkey ass and beat him in short order. It was a very squash win for Balor. And then things really picked up. Got the microphone, and he says, 3 years ago, what happened to me last week? I would have grinned, kept going. But that Finn Balor is dead. I want a piece of Roman Reigns and that Universal Championship. If I got to go through John Cena to get it, so be it. And then here comes Roman Reigns. And Roman does what Roman does. Takes him 5 minutes to get into the ring. He tells Balor, look, I understand why you upset. You know, I get it. I offered to help you. I wanted to give you an opportunity. But then you come out here running your mouth. Invited you to the island of relevancy. Basically, he warned him, told him, keep my name out your mouth. You know, little Finn Balor, chill out. He turns around and Balor pushes him. And you get finally a good camera shot. You get good camera work, finally, from WWE. You got that shot where Roman is looking over his shoulder and Finn Balor is pointing at him, you know, doing the finger guns. And they stood there for a while. They let it sit. And then Roman just kind of looked. And then he turned all the way around. And he was ready to go in the ring. Of course, the Usos come in. And so now we get the big fight, the big brawl. And, you know you've made it when you get your big brawl with Roman. And the Usos get the upper hand on Finn Balor. It was a great sell on the Samoan drop. I thought legitimately Finn Balor was hurt when they did the Samoan drop. Because the way he was clutching his elbow and arm, I was like, oh, fuck. Don't tell me Jaden or Jimmy, one of them, hurt him. So then they put him in position to do the big Uso splash. Somehow, some way, Finn Balor countered, pulled I think it was Jimmy, pulled him down so that Jay will splash Jimmy. And then he beat the tar out of Jay and was just beating the dog shit out of him and dared Roman to get in the ring. Roman strips off from his jacket, gets in the ring, and they fight. Finn Balor, of course, gets the upper hand on him. Then the Usos return. Then it's a 3-on-1 beatdown of Finn Balor. And this was excellent. This was hot. I like this. This was very good. This was a good job of elevating Finn Balor to the main event. Now, of course, we're getting close. We're getting close to Finn Balor just, going off the deep end and talking in smoky rooms. We're getting very close to it. But this was fun. Whoever came up with the idea for Roman to just fight at the end of the show and not work matches, but just to do brawls at the end, is a genius because it's action, but you don't have to ring a bell. He can sell without losing, and he can win the fight without beating the opponent. So, and plus, of course, you get the freedom to just have guys jump in the ring and beat him up. Of course, you want to ask the question, why didn't any babyface try to help him? That's the obvious question, I just get tired of repeating myself. But every once in a while, I have to ask the question, are there babyfaces on heels on this roster? Sure there are. So why didn't Edge or somebody come out there to help Finn Balor? I mean, would it have really hurt to do so? Would it really hurt the Mysterios to come out there and help? When somebody had to come out there and help them, I would have thought that would have made more sense. I mean, they don't understand that is what gets people hooked into these stories. That if they'd had the Mysterios come out there and help them, that would have added so much more weight to the Mysterios, and it actually would have created this, sort of, I guess, loose association with the Usos and Roman and the Usos are family, but Finn Balor and Rey Mysterio and all that. That could have been dope. You could have had a 6-man tag or something like that in the future, just based off that. And this could have been fun, and plus they would have got a big roar from the crowd, but they wouldn't have just gotten watched Finn Balor get beat out of him. And I'm really kind of getting tired of that. I'm really kind of watching babyfaces get their asses beat in the middle of the ring, even in a 3-on-1 fight. It just seems a bit much because it happens literally all the time now. It's just a little excessive with babyfaces being face down or beaten up at the end of the show. And I get that you want to get heat, but you can do that by having the heels powder. And you're like, but the heels are looking weak. But that's the fucking point. That's the point. You don't want heels that are that strong. Ric Flair ran away all the time. Nobody had more heat than he did. Not everybody needs to be the same kind of heel. Now, I get it. You don't want Roman running away from Finn Balor. Finn Balor is 5'7". But that's why I say you need to have some other people come out there and help. Like if Edge and the Mysterios that ran out there to help, then it could have been 4-on-3. And then, the bloodline running away wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Then you could have that's the whole point of the show feeling like a full show. You feel like everybody is on the same show. Because now sometimes in this wrestling business now, it feels like guys aren't on the same show anymore. It's like I'm doing my program, and my program is from 9:45 to 9:48. I don't got nothing to do after that. I ain't doing nothing before it. I ain't doing nothing after it. It's like back in the day, man, a guy could not be on the show and come in for the big save at the end. Get big cheers, and everybody's very, very interested in what they're doing. As opposed to, hey, remember Roman beat up the Mysterios. They should still be mad about that. Edge got screwed out of a title shot. He should know how it feels. He should be, not wanting to. He knows how it is to fight Roman and the Usos by himself. He shouldn't let Finn Balor go through that. Everybody comes to the ring, and they don't have to make contact. Just come out there and run them off. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. And you could have got some heat for Roman. You could have got, they would have booed him for being a coward, but they would have cheered all the baby faces for standing up for somebody else. And Finn Balor still could have been off, standoffish like he was when he in the Undisputed Era kept saving him. He could have been like, I didn't ask, that kind of thing. But you got to stop beating your baby faces to paste and just leaving them laying down in the middle of the ring to end the show. Sometimes And I know they did it with Nikki Ash on Raw, where she was standing up tall at the end of the show. And I think that's really what you want if you want to get the hero, people behind the hero. You want them standing tall at the end of the show. And I know that you're just getting started with Finn Balor, so hopefully they learn from this, and that maybe not next week, but maybe the week after or something like that. We get Finn Balor standing tall and Roman powdering. Maybe even if it takes for Finn Balor to have like a pipe or something like that, then that would work out. Now, the second part of this is that we're really teasing. They're really teasing this John Cena Finn Balor match. Got to tell you, dog, I'm all about it. I would rather have it on a pay-per-view, but it can work for TV. For a big TV match, it could work. I don't really want it, though, because I don't really want Finn Balor to be a stepping stone for John Cena to win the title, or to not even to win it, but to fight for the title. I would much rather he keep that heat simmering. Certainly can't have Finn Balor beat John Cena without making a damn triple threat match, and I don't want that. I would rather you just save Cena and Balor for a specific time. Just save it. I saw on PW Insider something that makes a lot of sense, that Fox is not been kind of upset with WWE in terms of ratings, but they have been kind of miffed by this idea that SmackDown's big storylines end up on Peacock, which is a rival to their streaming services. And that's a whole new bowl of wax. And that's something we haven't really talked about and done anything about, in terms of how Fox may feel about all the money they're spending for SmackDown, but SmackDown's big storylines keep ending on now end on NBC, I should say, not keep ending, but that's what last year they didn't have a problem, but this year now you have WrestleMania on Peacock, and you build up Roman Reigns versus such and such on SmackDown, but you get the payoff on NBC, and they might want to start doing things on SmackDown to keep Fox happy. And I'm thinking if they do Balor Cena on TV, that would be the reason. It would be because Fox is kind of like, you got, Hell in the Cells and all this type of shit that you're doing for NBC. What about us? Like, what are you doing? It's unfair. Like when you signed that contract with us, you didn't have NBC, and now you're screwing us over by putting all the good stuff on NBC, and you're screwing us. So now doing maybe the first ever Finn Balor John Cena match and doing it on TV on Fox could be a big deal. Just like they did the Hell in the Cell. That's why they did the Hell in the Cell match on TV, because they wanted to have Fox exclusive stuff. I like that idea. I don't like the commercials. That sucks. That's gonna ruin it. I don't want that. Now that we have, when I was a kid, I didn't care that much about commercials. I could sit through them. I could ignore them. I could go to the bathroom or whatever the case. Now that I'm an adult, I loathe commercials, and it only gets worse as you get older, as, all the hatred for commercials. I really want Cena and Balor to be like a pay-per-view main event match. First time ever. You get to sit and enjoy it and be like, sit on your edge of your seat or whatever. To throw it away on SmackDown, and I feel like it would be thrown away. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. But I think that's what they're going to end up doing. I think they're going to end up doing Cena and Balor on TV. Probably, somebody said that they'll probably do it August the 20th. I think that would be the week that CM Punk is supposed to debut on Rampage, which is after SmackDown, so it doesn't really matter. But in any event, we'll see how it turns out. But I'm really enjoying the Finn Balor, Roman Reigns stuff. And hopefully we'll get to see more of it. I like the idea that Finn Balor is kind of the one of the thorns in Roman's side, that he keeps popping back up every once in a while. And they kind of have a really good history between the two of them. And hopefully we get to lean on some of that history. That, Balor has beaten Roman before, and Roman has beaten Balor before. And this is, something on a next level. So hopefully we can get there, and we don't get Finn Balor taking a beating from John Cena before we get there. So, okay. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.
Tell me what's worse than learning all that you led to believe was all horse crap. They distort, so question as if you